Daddy.
Was I supposed to put this? I don't own the rights to this.
Yep.
On the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the song, whatever. That's all right. Well, I don't own the rights to the song that's playing.
I put it on there on the live one show.
Yeah, it normally show up.
I'm just
Put it on where? We don't. Come on, get in here. You're not even in here. See how you play too much? Hey, Mary.
I like to play. You gotta have some fun a little bit.
Focus. We got our song. Hey, Blair. We about to get started. Come on, why I can't see you?
No, what you mean you can't see me? It's the way you got it positioned. There you go. Now you can see.
No. You gotta come on this side. You got the background right here. Come on over some more.
You keep moving it away from me.
All right, then. Hey, Pamela. Hey, Blair. I still can't see you.
That's because you got all the focus and attention on
They
yourself.
focus. Can you focus on
Right.
me? That's that song. Hey, everybody, we're going to get started. This is that song by her. I am her, not me.
Yep, there you go.
We're going to get started on our conversation. This is your girl, Leslie, the Heiress, Coley, my co-host, with Cool Daddy over here with
Terrence.
this hat for the new year.
For the new year.
Look, look at this. Look at this look for the new year. You got to come up in here with this extra. Hey, LaShawna, he had to come up in here with this cat. What's?
I'm
listen. I think he wants y'all to know he's single. Good evening, Quinn. I think he wants people to know he's single and available. So this year he's advertising his singleness with his hat, letting people know that he got, he on his business and everything. He on his grind. You on your grind?
I'm on my grind.
This is because he's from New Jersey. So you know what I'm saying? You know how us Jersey people are. He trying to show out and everything. He trying to upscale me, y'all. So I guess I gotta go get my hat.
No, I'm trying to upscale you.
What? I gotta go get my hat.
Well,
I'm saying no. He can't come up. This is Shop Talk with the Heiress. And he coming up in here trying to shut me down. I don't know about that. I don't know what this hat. What's up with this hat?
I just wanted to wear
Tell me,
a hat.
okay, why you wanted to wear this hat?
I just wanted to bust out with the hat today.
You just was feeling.
I was just feeling it today. That's it. No particular reason.
I don't know what that is. I think he looking for a wife, y'all. I don't know. You looking for a wife?
I'm not.
I think he looking for a wife, a girlfriend. What you putting in the atmosphere?
I'm not putting nothing.
What is he putting in the atmosphere? He's a designer.
I'm supposed to dress like this.
But I ain't seen you in no hat before.
Just because you ain't see it don't mean it ain't there.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just saying. Hey, Cornell. Hey, Keish. Hey, Sister Kitty. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. But anyway, y'all, this is Shop Talk with the Heiress. Today, our subject is going to be saying yes to no. As you hear the song, the theme is focusing. Being able to say yes to no. Like I'm saying no. Let me stop. I'm saying no. Anyway, but saying yes to no. So many people find it hard to say no. It's 2019 and the world is calling us, especially as business people, right? If you're good at sales, people know I'm good at sales, so they want me to sell everything. You know what I'm saying? You'll get different companies and they'll be like, we see that you're doing this and you're doing that. We want you to be a part of our sales team, or, they want to give you a job because you're good at something. And a lot of times you're good at something. You could be good at cooking, but you got a life, you got kids, you got everything else going for you. But they don't care about what you got going on. They just know what they got going on and what they want. So they come and they ask you, you know, to join this. It's just so many distractions. In 2019, this is the year. Thank you, Pamela. This is the year. She did say you were cute too. Too young for her.
There you go.
I don't know. He might be looking for a sugar mama. I don't know. Hey, James. But you know, 2019, you know, last Sunday at church, I was saying you can't be getting ready. In 2019, you can't get ready. The time of getting ready is over. This year is about just doing. The opportunities are going to come. This year of ovulation, I'm speaking this prophetically. This is a year that things and opportunities are going to be coming to you, but you're going to have to learn to say yes to no, because you're going to need to be able to have a clear focus on what it is you are trying to do in this year. What is your focus? What is your goal? What is the reason that God created you? And knowing that, standing on that, and being okay with saying no. No, I can't go out. No, I can't party. No, I can't drink because I gotta go get up and go to work in the morning. You know what I'm saying? No, you know, no. I mean, why is it so hard to say no?
There's a lot of reasons why it's hard to say no. It's hard to say no because I want to bring up this topic. You know, since you know, we're gonna bring the heat tonight.
He bringing heat. He did some studying. Listen, because I got on him, right? Just off subject, right? I got on him because I'm like, listen, you come up in here. We this is Shop Talk with the Heiress, but I need you to study the subject and come with me. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me. Meet me. So anyway, so he got this, you know, this head on, and you know, he looking damn no. What's the word? What I'm looking for? You know, I'm a little hood. Suave. Dapper. Suave. Hey, yeah, he looking all like that. So now he got some heat. Okay, go ahead. Tell us what you know.
A lot of people. This is something that somebody had recommended me on. This is an amazing book that somebody recommended me on Facebook Live about a couple of months ago. It was like mid of the new year. And the book is called Boundaries.
Boundaries. Okay, tell us about this book.
Well, this book is basically
you got to be in the camera.
Yeah. This book is basically about just setting boundaries, knowing when to say yes, knowing when to say no, setting boundaries with your friends, family, business partners, work environment, setting boundaries with yourself, and just learning how to tell people no, and the myths about setting boundaries and stuff like that. And I was briefly reading it last night. I read like 30 pages last night because I was just really starting to get into it. Because I've been putting it down on and off, because I've been reading different materials and stuff. So this is the next book that I'm just going to go ahead and just knock out this week.
Oh, yeah, because it was inspired by me, right?
Yeah, I guess it's inspired by you. All right.
I'm inspiring him to read, y'all, but go ahead.
Oh, my God. I've been reading for years. Talking about you.
Now you got to make a good man. You got to make a good man nowadays. Let me stop. Go ahead. I'm just going to mess with y'all. Right. I'm going to mess with you.
Yeah, you're right.
Who else? Right. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, finish
that.
telling.
You just messing with me because I got this hat on.
Go ahead and tell us about these boundaries. Like, you got to set some boundaries right now. Go ahead. We're going to.
So basically, most people don't know what boundaries are. Meaning, boundaries are basically guidelines, and it's like a territory to where you set with people to where they know that they're not able to cross them, or when they do cross them, you have to check them about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for example, I was reading last night, it was this lady that had a job, and she basically was just putting in a lot of work over the weekends. Mm-hmm. After a while, she had to tell her boss like how she really felt, because after a certain amount of time, she wasn't really getting paid for the work she was doing on the weekend because it was taken away from her family. So she had to just put her boss in line like, in a professional way to where like, hey, I can't be not doing this. I'm not getting paid. I'm doing this every weekend. I'm bending over backwards for you, and I'm not getting nothing out of it. So it's got to be a thin line where we both benefit, and it can't be you're just benefiting, and I'm just taking all the
creating those win-wins. And so the audience, I want to know how y'all feel about creating boundaries, because do you know that it's hard for people to create boundaries? You know, like to really create safe boundaries. Why do you think it's so hard for people to create a boundary?
There's a few different reasons why people can't create boundaries. The reason why people can't create boundaries is because based off their upbringing, they don't want to offend people. They don't want to make people angry. They don't want to let people down. They don't want to come off as rude and nasty.
Or selfish.
Or selfish.
I think, and not to cut you off, I think that the main thing is because when you create a boundary, you are looking out for yourself, but people will look at it in a negative connotation and say, well, she's just being selfish. But boundaries are healthy.
Boundaries are healthy.
Boundaries are healthy.
They're very healthy with relationships. They're healthy with, your friendships, work environment. For example, parents do this all the time. They put up boundaries with their children to where, like, for example, they're in the store and say that you don't have enough money, and the kid insists that he wants to get the stuff in the aisles or whatever, but you can't do it because you don't have enough money, because you can't let them get their way, because they're going to feel like they can overstep that boundary and territory all the time. And
even like what you said, even like touching base on that, we don't have a problem with setting boundaries. Well, some of us, because I know some people have a problem with setting boundaries even with their kids. But and that's true. Holiday just came back, right? Mm-hmm. And your budget does not. No, I'm just going to keep it 100, right? Hey, Veronica, hey, Keena, hey, Erica. Listen, your budget. See, that's why we do budgets, right? Hey, Mario, we do a budget because a budget will tell you your boundaries. A budget will tell you can't go get that $150,000 car. You can't afford it. So that boundary, that budget creates that boundary, but we'll have our kids wanting something for holiday, right? Mm-hmm. Christmas or whatever. And then you go back into your account and you see the boundary of that account say, no, we cannot get this at that time. But because you have not set safe boundaries even in your relationship with your children and teaching them, no. It's okay to say no. It's saying yes to no. Teaching kids no doesn't mean I don't love you. Mm-hmm. Like Veronica said, you don't want to be offended and you don't want to offend and be nasty. But I'm not being nasty because I'm saying no. I'm telling you no because it doesn't fit either my purpose or where I'm going, or my budget, or my lifestyle right now. We have to be okay with saying no. For me, last year was a big boundary setter. I really had to set a clear path for my purpose. I knew that I needed to get my salon running. I needed to get my products up. I needed to get some things out. It didn't mean, make sure I check my messenger later. Okay, I will, Mario. It didn't mean that, I didn't want to go have fun with my friends. I like to have fun. I love to have fun. I was a big party person. I partied all the time. Partied like it was 1999 all the time. I was the last person out of the club, okay? You know what I'm saying? Last person out. I shut the clubs down. But I'm 41. I'm 41.
Yeah, think about it.
Yeah, because I want to be 25. But, so I'm 41, and so that means that not only am I 41, but I'm an evangelist now, so I gotta have a boundary. I can't be in a club. Doesn't mean that, You know, it doesn't mean I think I'm better than anybody else that's at the club. Shoot, child, boo, I want to party. You know what I'm saying? I just can't party. I can't be in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm called to set a higher standard for myself in certain areas. But that doesn't mean that, you know, I look upon you as something different. I didn't change up and think that I'm better because I'm saying no now. You know what I'm saying? I used to smoke weed. Chimney. If somebody pays me a blunt, I gotta say no. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's not my lifestyle right now. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean you can't cheat all day long. That's your thing. It ain't my thing. You know what I'm saying? But just setting those boundaries and being okay with setting those boundaries, being okay with saying no. You know what I'm saying? It is not a bad thing. It really is not a bad thing to say no. So, we're in the new year. So, we're in the new year, right?
We're in the new year.
We're in the new year 2019.
We're in the new year.
Hey, Cousin Judy. What you say? It said I had to say no when they needed financial help over and over.
That's a big one.
And that's a big one. Once I started saying no, even though I had to, instead of the person trying to change, I learned that they were just using me. You know what? And this is true. And here's the thing. When you don't have it to give and a person just keeps trying to use you, and when you finally say no, guess what? They're going to tell you, they're going to make it seem like you're being nasty. You're being unfair. But guess what? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the Lord is dealing with them. They need to be financial steward over their money as well as you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, especially, how do you feel? Especially, I think the hardest thing to do is say no to family, especially when they're going through. Have you had an example of you having to say no to a family member?
Oh, plenty of times, you know. We are from Jersey. You always
tell them no all the time. Tell us about a time that was like your hardest time to say no.
It was one time I came home from school, and this was back in, I think, 2010, and my mom was working at Robert Wood Johnson. You heard of Robert Wood Johnson, right?
No. Look, I'm saying no now.
the biggest hospital in Central Jersey. But it was, she was working there overnight. And what happened was she didn't have a babysitter to watch my little sister overnight. Because, you know, you coming home from college, you trying to relax, catch up with people you ain't seen in a couple months, maybe a year or two. And she wanted me to watch my sister like every other weekend. And then she wasn't...
Air. Dang, we ain't hot. He think, look, I told him he got to turn the air on. He making me hot with this hat on. With this hat. This hat got me hot over here.
You know
what I'm saying? He's suited and booted up. I'm over here looking like a Floridian. He looking like a Jersey boy. You know what I'm saying? He got this hat on. He making me hot over there. I told you I don't know, but anyway.
Yeah, so there was a time where my mom just needed some assistance with just getting she just needed babysitting assistance, but she ain't had nobody else to watch her. But the thing is, my mom wasn't diligent in finding a babysitter. She just didn't really want to pay. And I'm being honest.
Okay, yes.
I'm just being honest. She didn't want to pay. And I'm like, I'm here just relaxing, trying to do what I need. Honestly, at that time, I was trying to run the streets. You know?
You just trying to be a teenager. Well, how old was you?
Well, I was like 21, 22.
Well, you
trying to
a young man.
Yeah, so I'm like, and then what's crazy about Leslie, I did this in high school. Like, I was like losing sleep. I gave up my extracurricular activities, like my drawing. That's all I mainly cared about, and my track and field and basketball. I gave that up because my mom didn't have nobody to watch my sister. I was basically
the living babysitter.
Babysitter.
I think all black, most of us.
That's what we do.
Been the living babysitter. Go ahead. This your story. Go ahead.
And I'm like, well, I'm done put in my time. Like, it's time to like cut this off. Like, I can't do this. Like, and then she made me try to run a guilt trip. I did sacrifice this. I sent you money in school. I understand that, but that's what you're supposed to do as my mother,
as a parent. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I still help you out, but I'm like, I can't do this and like dedicate my weekends to doing that because you not being being responsible. Because she had to get a job to where she could have made money to where she, opposed to the $13-14 an hour she working overnight, she could have drove the school bus making $30-40 an hour, and you got babysitting arrangements. You can take my little sister with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You just didn't want to do that. Like, I'm like, I would have did it.
But and see, that's the main thing about when you start to say no. Then the guilt trips. You know, we have to be able to. There's a spirit of people pleasing.
Right.
You know, there's a big spirit where we want to please everybody. And you have to know that will cause you the most emotional duress possible, because you can't please everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to make everybody happy. So why not live on purpose and do what you need to do? Hello, Kiki. That's Kiki Green. Yeah, it's like, you know, you're not going to be able to be everywhere. You can't do everything. But a lot of times what we do is we give up our dreams. We give up our aspirations. We give up everything that we want to do because we want to make somebody else happy. And I know for me that was a big thing, you know, growing up, you know, trying to find my footing, trying to find my fit. Where do I fit in, you know? And so even though I was an intellect back, you know, even though I come from the hood, you know, I read books and I was always an intellect back then. But because I wanted to fit in, with other people, then, you know, I would say yes to the things that I knew was very detrimental for me. I knew that, you know, I shouldn't have been doing some of those things, but I say yes to them because I wanted to fit in. Or, like I said, for me now in the business world, again, 2019, we got to be honing in on our goals. We got to be focused. We got to be diligent. You know, if I got business owners, business people, entrepreneurs, wannabe entrepreneurs on here watching, you're going to have to learn to say no. Because in order for you to birth that business, in order for you to take that business to the next level, in order for you to truly focus, you're gonna have to write the vision, make it plain, and run with it. And a lot of it is going to going back to saying no, even to the people you dating. People don't even say no to the wrong mate. Just because they're looking for a mate. They're so lonely that they'll say yes to anything and then get mad. They get mad because you with the wrong person. I know, I've been there. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't know what to say yes to. You know, it is so important. She said, I love saying the word no. Hey, Tina, you know, like, I like saying no too. But for real, 2019, we're going in. We got to set some boundaries. We got to set some boundaries. We got to know what to say no to. You know, I had someone come here as an example. I have my own shop. I have my own business. And somebody wanted to, wanted me to sell some products here at the shop. You know, I'm a hair loss specialist, and there are certain products that I carry here, including my own, the Heiress collection. But there are some products that I'm just not going to carry in here, and it doesn't mean that those products are bad products. It doesn't mean that I don't want to support that person. But what I had to learn is I had to focus on what works. What's the atmosphere in here? What am I trying to, convey? And what am I trying to do? So I don't have like makeup products, right? So I think it was a makeup line. Somebody wanted to sell some makeup, if I can recall. And my whole thing was 2018, I declared that Divine Appointments and the Heiress collection was going to be a household name. I declared that in 2018. So I knew that anything that I brought in here outside of my hair loss products, which I do use a different company for that, was going to have my name on it. And that was just it. If it ain't got my name on it, it ain't coming up in here. But does that mean I'm being mean? No, it doesn't mean I'm being mean. It means that I found my purpose. I know what I want to do. Not that I wouldn't let you have your clothes in here. Don't look like that, right? Look, look. I'm reading his mind. He like, he got hats and clothes and stuff. No.
Two different products. I know it's. Oh
I just wanted to make sure he knew. I just got to mess with him. I just had to mess with him. Right? I'm just want to mess with him, right? But I mean, yes, Alexander, I just declared it in 2019. I'm focusing on 2018 because this was 2018. I'm focusing on my brand. This is not about me working for somebody else. This is about me creating a brand name. Michael Jordan did it. You know what I'm saying? You see all of these famous, Beyonce did it. All of these people, they come up and they brand themselves, right? So I knew that I wanted my salon and my products to have a brand. That means I had to say no to It Works. It Works wanted me to sell their product. No, I'm not going to sell that product. Just because I may be good at sales doesn't mean that I have to sell that product. And I was okay. Before I used to be like, I got to do everything. And whenever somebody say this, I need to go. There's a networking event happening, but I got other things that I need to handle in this business. But I used to be afraid to say no because I would be like, well, if I don't go, then they're not going to support me, but mind you, I done been to 10 of their events. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I done been to 10 of their events. But the moment I say no to the 11th event, then I ain't cool with them no more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with them. But I had to know that if I've supported you and I've shown you love, it's okay for me to say no because you probably ain't been to one of my dang on events. But we ain't gonna talk about that because that's gonna go on.
Right.
But setting those boundaries. Tell me more about this book and what you learned from this book about setting boundaries.
I've learned there's so many different things, and boundaries have they have many purposes. And they also protect you and the people around you. And what I've learned too, when you're when you hesitating to say no, like sometimes when you say no and you get angry about somebody make you feel some type of way and you start feeling angry, that means that you're going in the right direction to set a boundary with that person depending on what the situation is.
Say that again.
Okay, so when you're angry, right, and somebody make you feel some type of way, and it starts to boil up inside. So what happens is you're going in the right direction to set that boundary with that person.
Wow.
So meaning that like if somebody like offended you and you just chose not to say nothing right then and there, because a lot of people do that. Sometimes I do that too. If somebody offend me, I don't address it right then and first. I take some time to analyze, think about it, and then talk to them about it, and then put up that boundary against that person to where, you know, I don't want you to talk to me like that again, or I don't want you to feel this type of way towards me about this situation. I don't like the way you handle this situation. This can't happen again, or, you know.
Oh, and in relationships, somebody on here, please, let's talk about setting boundaries in relationships.
What kind
just
of
like,
you mean like,
and even in
what type of relationship?
even in intimate relationships.
Intimate?
And I'm not even not on even a level of
Talking about partners?
Yeah, like, because you have to be able to set some boundaries and be able to say no sometimes, especially in chaotic relationships, unhealthy relationships. I think that, you know, we get into these relationships and because first of all, we don't know when to say no to the wrong person.
Right.
Okay. You know that this person is not really good for you. You know what I'm saying? Everything, like you said, you this anger, these things, these are all signs that something is going on. But because we don't want to be by ourselves, or we don't want to, you know, let a person down, and, you know, but you know, this person maybe have beat you up or had emotional abuse or physical abuse, and now, you know, you left, and now they asking you to come back. This would be a great time to say no.
Right. But
because, again, that spirit of people pleasing or that low self-esteem, and a lot of times the reason why it's hard to say no is because of your confidence level. I think saying the people that struggle the most to say no are people with low self-esteem. Anybody chime in? Anybody think about that? The people that has low self-esteem. How does your self-esteem play a part on saying no? Anybody? I would like to hear your opinions about that. Hey, Alexander, what are your opinions about how does self-esteem play a major part in saying no? Because I find that a lot more, like, when you're confident in who you are, where you're going, what you want to do in life, I think it's easier to say no when you are confident in who you are. Anybody has any, I would love to hear from you about that. Like, once you're more confident about the situation, do you feel like when you're more confident, it's easier for you to say no?
It's a lot easier once you start consistently doing it. Most people don't do it with repetition.
What, just saying no?
It's hard.
But why is it so hard?
Just go back to things that's talked about in this book. My personal experiences is just rejection is the main one.
Rejection.
Loneliness, credibility.
Credibility. Explain that.
Meaning that, well, somebody can maybe try to discredit you.
Because you say no?
Yeah.
So how is me saying no? Because now you're going to have to help me out on that one. Mm-hmm. So I say no to you. You're going to discredit me in what way?
That's what some people do. I ain't saying I do.
No. I want to hear, how does that work? Because now I haven't even thought about that.
Okay, so for example, let's say you one of my friends that I can always rely on, and you come to terms that my situation has been like a burden on you over maybe 6 months, 12 months, maybe even 2 years. And like, you know what, this is not working out, and I decide to say no, and then I just throw your business out there on the street and say, you know, I try to discredit you, saying this person's not reliable.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you talking about character assassination?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the That's what that I mean. I get it. It's the same thing. Yes, because you do have those people who you actually say yes to so many times, and now you're finally saying no.
Right.
So now you the bad person. So now they want to say, this, they want to talk bad about you. They the ones that know all of your business. So now they gonna put all your business out there because you said no.
And people do it. I mean, it's sad, but people do it. That's why what I love and value about being a business owner, because it forces you to change your thinking. It forces you to read. It forces you to find books like this, and it also forces you to change your circle. So when you change your circle, also when you change, you just changing your environment, and also when you changing the people that are around you and your circumference, it changes your mindset. It changes your thinking to where everybody here has the same mindset. So if I tell this person no, this person won't get offended, or if this person offended me, I can approach him a certain type of way. A lot of times, no disrespect, it comes from people in the hood. A lot of people in the hood, I'm being real. These people in the hood be like, they be swearing that they so hard, but they're very sensitive people.
What's the word? They soft thugs.
When it comes to you so no, or you tell them certain things a certain type of way, they're very sensitive when it comes to certain things.
We are very sensitive people. I am a very sensitive person, and so. But hold on, what Alexander says, that's true, because of course nobody likes saying no, especially a confident, firm no. A lot of times you think of the person you're speaking to and how they're going to respond to you saying no, especially when they try to help everyone. I was that person before and didn't know how to say no, but we ended up fighting ourselves because we doing what others want us to do instead of saying yes. Yes. So exactly. I mean, we have you gotta have those boundaries. Now I'm needing somebody to get on. We always like to have somebody to come on and just talk about this subject, talk about how you feel. Just like my associate live in Florida, she can't say no to this famous guy. He keep messaging her. Well, you know what? If he can have all the money in the world, if he ain't the one, guess what, honey? He ain't the one. And you're going to have to say no, because money will not help you if he beating you up or dogging you out. Trust me, money doesn't. Money does not bring happiness. You really have to have happiness within you. So, yeah, like I said, it goes back to self-esteem. So he's famous, right? And you don't want to say no to him. Why? Like, is he helping your career? Because, listen, I ain't care about nobody that's famous. You famous. How you going to make me famous? And if that's not the deal on the table, then, look, we got to be able to say no. Alexander, you want to come on? Let's see. Let's see who's on here. Let's see if we can get Alexander on so we can hear from Alexander. If you can get on about it. But, I mean, I gotta read this book, Boundaries. This book, Boundaries, is by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. Mm-hmm. We'll take a picture of the book and add it to the page, because it's true. You have to learn how to set boundaries.
It counteracts a lot of scriptures in the Bible too.
And it has scriptures, I like that.
Throughout like every paragraph, it's like every other paragraph for the most part, it goes back to some scripture in the Bible.
Oh, and oh my God, I didn't even know when you say yes, how to say no. Oh, that's like you really. Oh, he did his research, y'all. Oh my God, he did his research, y'all. I'm so very proud of him. I gave him a topic and he was on point. That's why he got this hat on. Oh, Hercules. So, okay, so what was the biggest key point that you took out of that book? Like, what's one thing that you took that you can say in 2019 you're going to be adding to, to your walk as an entrepreneur, as a person? What key point?
Just being unapologetic about my boundaries and my expectations from people. Just being more, hey, like, this is firm. It's, explaining myself is just the reason why I'm doing this, and it's to protect me and you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that I'm not trying to help, because I'm a very loving person, very kind person, and I'll take the shirt off my back to give and support you no matter what it is. But I gotta set limits because I got my own stuff going on. I'm trying to build this brand, trying to save up to go to London pretty soon and travel.
He trying to go to London. Yeah, Hey, I told y'all he was single. You might get to go to London with him. I don't know. Merlin said, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
But so, yeah, so, we both sit here as entrepreneurs. Okay. And we're just getting started. I'm just getting started.
And people will respect you more when you do that too. You put up boundaries.
I think people do respect. What's so funny is that we have a hard time saying no, but the people actually sometimes want to hear no. Sometimes they need to hear no. Hey, Darnell, I mean, can someone give me a explanation of a time where they had to say no, and the person actually was happy? I'll give you an example. So, who was on here? Liz. I don't know if Liz is still on here. Mrs. Chooks, but from my Mount Zion people that worked with me at Mount Zion, and I love my job at Mount Zion and everything like that, but I knew it was time for me to go. I knew it was time for me to go, and you know they would they would give me assignments and give me things to do, and in my heart of heart, I wasn't there no more. I knew it was time for me to go, and it was the time to say no. No to that life, you know? And it was such a relief because I was calling out, I was being late. It was so, at this point, I wasn't even a good employee no more, right? And I had to come to myself and say, I need to say no to this. Yes, it pays good. And it could be an offer, a job offer. You want to take this job offer because it pays good. But that it's going to be stressful. You know that you actually is not able to perform the job the way it needs to be performed. You're not going to put your heart into it. But you take the job anyway because it's money. So in that instance, yes, I had a secure position as far as financially, but it wasn't my purpose. It wasn't my dream. It wasn't what was going to make me wake up and be happy. Like when I get over here, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm living out one of my dreams, even just this shop talk. So I had to go and I had to say, I'm going to do me and you a favor. This is what I told my boss. And I'm going to quit. And she was like so relieved. She was like, thank you, because I wanted to fire you. I'm just keeping it real. I can't keep it. This shop talk, we got to keep it real up in here, right? She was like, I wanted to fire you, but I knew you had kids, and I knew that, you needed finances. So both of us is having a hard time saying no. So she's saying no to the fact that she need a better employee. She's keeping me on saying yes to me, knowing that I'm not functioning in the job 100%. I'm saying no to my dreams and my aspirations, but saying yes to this job. And we both ain't happy, So a lot of times we're saying no to the things that we really should be saying yes to, and saying yes to the things that we should be saying no to. And we gotta stop that. In order to really rock this year out, you're gonna have to discern what to say no to. And be like my co-host, the crazy, sexy, cool Terrence, GQ. You know, he Here
we go.
you know he got his clothing line in GQ, right? So I'm really feeling like he trying to live out this GQ. Yeah, he really trying to live out this GQ lifestyle. Yeah, he said. I know I'm supposed to be on time. I'm having a hard time to focus here because he got this hat on. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to figure this hat out. Like, y'all, should he have said no to this hat? No, y'all.
I never wore it.
No. He looking good in his hat. So, yeah. But he messing up my focus, you know.
That's what I do. It disrupt us.
He's gonna disrupt us over here because of the fact. I think I just heard the whole swipe. You know what I'm saying? Because of this hat, GQ. But tell us, I know that we off subject, but how do you feel to be in that magazine?
I'm still.
Because you had an opportunity to say no then.
I was at a loss of words. First, I was shocked. I was like,
but you said yes to that, though.
Yeah.
But okay, so we're gonna go back into that. But one thing is, by you saying yes to the GQ thing, I'm sure because of the finances that you had to pour in, you had to say no to some other stuff. Mm-hmm. Was that a sacrifice?
It was a sacrifice.
But was it a great sacrifice?
I think it was a great one because for them to reach out to you, usually a lot of clothing lines reach out to them and they don't get back to them. What happens is they reach out to people that they feel like that's qualified and have a certain type of feel and class about them, and they'll reach out to you. I mean, they probably get told no all the time, but they just going through people.
Yeah, but we ain't worried about them. I'm just saying, how many no's did you have to say when it came down to that price tag that you had to give up to be in that magazine? That's a big sacrifice, and I'm quite sure. I mean, to even just get to that point of them asking you, getting to the point where you are today, how much stuff did you have to say no to? I mean, because saying no is a discipline.
It was a couple of things with the brand that I had to say no to, but I could always come back to it or come back around to it. I didn't think that opportunity was gonna come back around anytime soon if it did come around. So I look at it like this: if an opportunity presents itself and I'm not in a position to take it, I just need to do something better. So I'm like, I seen an opportunity. I ain't figuring. I will figure out the money now. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes, because I'm like, I think God has a lot to do with that too, and in the way the community service, how I've been treating people, and the work that me and my CEO just been putting in. Like it just. I was like, I just let God guide my steps to wherever I need.
Did I say I was proud of you?
Yeah, yes, you did.
Okay, because we don't hear that enough. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta make sure I say it out. Hey Tashima, hey Jose, hey Susie, hey everybody. I need somebody. I like to hear from the audience. I really like to. This is a touchy subject. Saying yes to no. So, where's Jonah? Jonah normally be on there, right? Where's Jonah? Where's Jonah, right? Jonah normally jump on, but I don't think we let Jonah know that
Jonah's stuck in traffic.
No, Jonah's stuck in traffic. We didn't let Jonah know that we were on here. But anyway, I mean, outside of that, I want to hear from other people, like their experiences with saying no, and in this year, how in this year you're going to work harder to actually say no. You know, um, and how is that going to make you feel? Because I want you to feel good about saying no. Like, for real, it is not a bad thing to say no. You know, matter of fact, I just got a call from one of my friends up north, and you know, we're trying. No,
Hey, I got a call.
listen, I have learned to say no a long time ago to the money calls. Hey, Liz, what's up? You got a couple of dollars? I'm gonna be like, you know, and listen, this is what I start doing. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. This is a tip. You got that family member that always call you to ask you for money, and you know what they calling for. Listen, this is what you do.
Screen the call.
No. Don't screen the call. Don't answer the call. But soon as they get on the phone, right? Soon as you answer, so like say hello. Say, hey, yo, I was just. It's so happy, man. I'm so happy you called me. God, man, cause I was just about to call you and ask you, can I borrow $100? Listen, listen, De'Ara, all of y'all, listen. If you got a family member, this I'm telling you, this is the best thing you can do. And you got a family member that always asking you for something, and it's hard for you to say no, right?
Right.
So this is my tip. Listen, as soon as they call, listen for real. As soon as they call, what in the world you doing? Soon as they call, they gonna say, it's gonna be like ring ring. Soon as you answer the phone, say hello. Like, yo, I was waiting for you to call me. They're gonna be like, for real? You'll be like, yes, for real. Like, yo, it was on my heart to call you because, you know, I've been going through something lately. And I know, you know what I'm saying, how I used to help you out so much. Man, I need to borrow $100. Yo, I know you got me. They be like, I'm telling you, listen. Soon as you ask them for that $100, they're gonna be like,
hold on.
You know what? Let me call you back. And they ain't gonna call you back. I'm telling you, the person, you can do that with someone that need a ride somewhere. Everything.
They'll never give you no gas.
They'll never give you no gas money. Like, yo, soon as they call, yo, what's up? Yo, I was waiting for you to call me. Because you know what? I was thinking that you might have needed a ride somewhere, and I needed some gas money. and I knew, man, you got $10 on the gas. Or that person that's calling to borrow, you know what I'm saying? That just, I mean, if you can't say no, ask them first. That's one of my tips. That's the only tip I got you. Because either you're going to get confident about saying no.
Repetition.
Or you're going to find an alternative solution. I'm a big solution person. You know, when I stopped going out to the clubs and people was asking me to go to the clubs, I started asking them to go to church. Yo, I beat them to the punch. They call me and they say, hey, I was wondering what you was about. Yo, yeah. You want to go? You know, they having a revival tonight. It's Friday night down at, you know, such and such. You want to go? You know, I mean, just being able to say no is not a bad thing. Learning to set them boundaries. You got any tips for anybody? Because, you know, we don't be on here alone. We just talking shop.
I would say just be honest with people. Be honest with yourself. Don't be afraid to stretch relationships or possibly even lose some people. I mean, at the end of the day, when you put up boundaries and you set up a certain type of mindset, and it actually weeds out all the people that's not supposed to be around you. If you decide that not talk to that person for a season, even if it's for a season, because you got to do what you got to do. You just got to do what you got to do and just come back to that person, and you just know that God is going to work everything out. If the relationship is meant to be, it's meant to be. Just know that boundaries are for your good, for your sanity, and for your peace of mind too. And you don't want to put yourself in a position where you in a bind because you helped somebody else out, or vice versa, or you didn't tell somebody how you felt because you didn't voice your opinion. Honesty is actually something that a lot of people struggle with, and it's something that we all just need to work on. Just be open and honest instead of just like beating around the bush or lying to the person. Just be open and honest, but is a certain approach to the person depending on their character, their personality, and all that other stuff like that. But if y'all relationship is tight, it shouldn't even be a problem. If y'all not tight, you'll see where the relationship stands if y'all go through that other situation.
And I think that's a good tip. I mean, because you a lot of times you don't even know if a person is really for you until you say no. Like when you actually finally, say no to a person that you really thought was 100 with you or really for your purpose, you know, when you say no, saying no is really going to show you who's really for you and who's really not. I think, the Bible, talks about, the sword of the spirit being able, it cuts through, marrow and bone. But I think it cuts through bull crap. you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can keep it, scripture based, but at the end of the day, it cuts through a lot of bull crap, and being truthful. Being truthful. No, I don't got it right now. I would love to help you out, but I ain't got it right now. You know? No, I'm not gonna keep, you know, being your, what I'm saying, where we become someone's handicap. Right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times by not saying no, we enable people to continue on a vicious cycle of not being responsible in that relationship. Are not saying no keeps you like almost like a Jezebel and Ahab. You have that even in business dynamics where this person is really controlling, but now you really got to say no. Like you said, in a business, you're going to work, and you finally gotta say no. I have a family too. You know what I'm saying? And when I first started doing, I think it was even doing your son's hair, or we first just started communicating with each other. Remember, I put that post out and it said, don't call me before 9:00 or don't call me after 10 unless we dating. That was a boundary as a stylist. Some people think like, I'm like the emergency doctor or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I'm on Facebook, just because I have a messenger, just because I have a phone, doesn't mean that you get to call me at 12:00 and book an appointment. No. Boo, no, boo, no, boo, no. You know what I'm saying? No. Like, I have a family, I have a life. You know what I'm saying? And I do want to have a husband one day. And if God forbid is a male calling me at 11:00 talking about he want an appointment, 12:00, and they know I ain't at the shop. You know what I'm saying? Like setting those boundaries. Like I said in my post, you don't call your doctor's office at 11:00 at night. And if you do, that's the emergency. And how much it costs to go to the emergency? Costs big money to go to the emergency. So I'm not your emergency. You know what I'm saying? Your emergency, I think I told somebody before, your emergency is not my emergency. You know what I'm saying? That's your emergency. That's not my emergency. I was sitting back chilling. You got the emergency going on, and no, that's not my emergency. Your breakdown, your meltdown is not my meltdown. Yes, I had, I empathize for you. Sorry that you're going through it. So sorry for you. But you should have said no. And you might not have that emergency. I'm sorry, y'all. It's I can laugh at it. I can laugh at it because, you know, a lot of people will say that, I'm mean. And I'm okay with you calling me mean. He called me mean all the time. A lot of people call me mean, a lot. But someone asked me, matter of fact, Dr. Talisha asked me, Leslie, how did you, she said, in this last year, 2018, you accomplished so much in 2018 that you have not accomplished, that you said you was going to accomplish. You accomplished so much in 2018. How were you able to do that? And it was me learning to say no. It was me learning to say no to the distractors in my life, the subtractors in my life. Being able to identify those things that are distracting me from my goals, from my purpose, and the subtractors that was taking away my joy, causing me emotional distress and pain, and me being able to see and discern these people and be able to be okay with saying no and unapologetically saying no. So how did I come up with a product line? How did I open up a shop? How did I write a book? All these things I did in 2018. I did more in 2018 than I did in so many years because I learned to say no. Because I learned to say no to the things that was not going to add value to my life. So, I always, like I said, this is shop talk with the Heiress, but this is real stuff that happens. And in order for you to go into your 2019 hard, we talking about go hard. I'm believing for everybody that sees this video to go to the next level in their business, to go to their next level in their relationships, to go to the next level in their finances. And in order to go hard, you're going to have to learn and discern who is adding value to your life and who is taking away. And be okay with saying no to the subtractors, no to the distractors, no to those who don't mean you no good, and say yes to those that are going to help create win-wins, that are going to help you mature, that's going to help you go to the next level, that's going to help build you up. But in order for you to say yes to those people, you're going to have to say no to the others. And you have to know the difference. You're going to have to know the difference. And if you have not gotten to that point of being confident, let them call you the Ice Princess. They call me that all the time. Just join my club. Let them call you mean. Just say, you know what? The Heiress said it's okay. It's okay. It's not being selfish. It is not. It's being self-improved in a new you. Let's do that. I am self-improved. I am loving myself and I'm loving my purpose and I'm okay with sitting at the table by myself. I'm okay with going out by myself. I'm okay with that. It's just a season. You're gonna have people that come on. Look at Terrence. You know? you'll have those people who want to see you prosper. You know, how has saying no, saying yes to no, helped you?
It just helped me just like I said before, just helped me weed out the people that was supposed to be around and weeds out the short term and the long term. And I've built a lot of long term relationships in a short period of time because of that theory. It goes back to a little brief story about the cookie jar theory. I don't know if you heard of the cookie jar theory.
Tell us about the cookie jar.
Okay, so the cookie jar theory is like when you have a jar of cookies and you're always taking out of the cookie jar. You're always taking out the cookie jar when you're hungry, but you're never putting nothing back in there. But it's gonna come to a point when you get to the bottom of the cookie jar, you reach in there, it's not gonna be anything in there. So basically, it's the same thing when it comes to relationships in life. Like who's making deposits, who's making withdrawals in your life. If a person is making more deposits than withdrawals, those are the type of people that you keep around. If the person is making more withdrawals than deposit, that person means well. For most part, they usually don't mean well.
And it's funny. I never thought of it as a cookie jar theory, but I told my daughter about. I say, what bank can you go to? Open up the account and just pull money out when you ain't putting nothing in.
Can't do it.
I don't know what bank you could go to and hey Fatar, hey Leo, that you can go and pull money out without putting things in. So we have a lot of people that have a cookie jar mentality. I like that. We have a lot of people that have a cookie jar mentality that they're so busy withdrawing, they don't know how to deposit.
You don't know how to put them cookies in there.
And you got to be able to say no to those cookie jar mentality people. 2019, no to the cookie monster. No to the cookie monster. Because that's what it is. It's the cookie monster. So we saying no to the cookie monster. We're going to say yes to no. Yeah. And do it unapologetically. I want you to learn how to say yes to no. Heiress?
Yes to no. You got a second. Can I tell two small stories?
Go on to tell.
All right. So
he like to tell stories.
Look, I like to tell. Him. The book was talking about this too. How I love this book so much is where it talks about when children are young and it's time for them to leave the nest and whatever. Or it's time for them to go to school, start off their own life. A lot of times we both seen this and we both experienced this because we both from Jersey. Why a lot of people don't get out of the hood? A lot of us come from single parents. And be honest with you, I come from single parent to where there was, your people, they invest into you, and then you start seeing them, fall on hard times. You get 18, 19, you stay home. You're like, damn, I got to help them because they deposited anything. See, but the thing is, you got to know when to withdraw from a situation. So when you withdraw from that situation, you make yourself a better person. You take the deposits that your parents put into you, and then you go make something out of those deposits and things and sacrifices they made into you. And then you go back and get them. You don't stay there. It makes the sacrifice don't make any sense.
Well, that's like the blind leading the blind. Or, it would go back to how you would see two homeless people on the street. And you're like, well, who gonna get up? Somebody got to come out. And I think even when you say that, it makes me think of me saying my yes to no, my saying yes to the no that I don't want to live in mediocrity no more. Mm-hmm. I had to say no to mediocrity. I had to say no to living beneath my worth. I know that I was worth more. I know that there was more for me. I had to say no to poverty. That means yes to a budget, yes to savings, yes to investments, but no to buying Gucci shoes and Gucci hats and bags that have nothing, like where it has no value. I can't do nothing. Now, if I'm selling it, that's totally different. But for me to have 20,000 bags and nowhere to go, first of all, 20,000 bags are not $10 to put in them. You know what I'm saying? So I had to say no to generational curses of addiction and generational curses of poverty and having a bunch of babies and no to mediocrity. I had to say no to all of those things that they told me made me the chick, that chick, that chick. Well, who the hell is that chick? I don't know who she is. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm still cool, chill. But no, I'm not going to allow you to define my life by keeping me in a space that I've outgrown. And being okay with saying yes to a future. Yes to the next level. Yes to growth. Yes to development. Yes to more education. Yes to studying. Yes to, to a business. Yes to my dreams. So yeah, you gotta go back, but you gotta get out first. You can't go back until you get out, and people will make you feel bad because you for saying no. No, I can't do this no longer. That's all you're saying. I can't do this no longer. I can't be in this bad relationship no longer.
It's the same thing when I was first coming down. I tell people this. I don't tell too many people this, but
well, you about to tell the whole
that's fine.
Facebook.
They need to know because they've been at me on Facebook lately. So I like to tell them some. I like to drop some nuggets. So basically, when I first was in the process of transitioning to Florida, I made that decision back in 2005. I said, I gotta get out of here. This is crazy. These niggas, you gotta worry about watching my back all the time. People shooting, robbing, gangs.
Well, you won't have to worry about that everywhere.
Yeah, but not like New Jersey.
It's everywhere.
But not like
it's everywhere. But but this your story. Go ahead.
But so in 2007, so I had to make some decisions. I went on a college tour, trying to figure out which school I want to go to. I always wanted to go to Florida. Said, look, I'm going down here. I don't know which school. Is it FAMU, Miami? I want to go to Orlando, or it was up doing Cookman. So I'm like, some of the schools I didn't get accepted to, some of the schools I didn't get accepted to. I'm glad I did not go to Miami right now because I would have turned up too much. I'm glad I didn't go to FAMU because I would have turned up too.
So you had to say no to some of that stuff. You had to say no to your party person that lives inside of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even get the chance to even do a lot of stuff, but my mom was just restricting me from stuff. So I'm like, I gotta go. So my mom originally didn't even want me to come down here because she basically wanted me to help out with my little sister with babysitting, watching overnight. I'm like, I can't do it. I'm like, I gotta move on with my life. I want to start off fresh where nobody know me, and I just want to get my education. I want to do something better for the community. I want to, do things, to benefit our family and just do things different. And I don't want to be in this cold weather no more. Like in Caribbean, I don't want to be here no more. It's nothing here. So I wanted to change my environment and change my surroundings. And I had to put up that boundary on my own mom. And there's nothing wrong with putting boundaries up with your parents. He talk about that too, especially when you're getting married and you having your parents in your relationships and dictating what your significant other do.
You want to say, no, Mom, you can't come over here and be washing my clothes. Mom, you can't be washing my clothes. I got a wife now. Mom, you can't come stay at night. I got a wife now. He said that in the story. See, I ain't read the book, but it's true.
That book is crazy. That book deep.
No, well, see, but that's how you know I be knowing. but because it's true, saying no to family and boundaries in life, relationship, you're going to have to be able to confidently say no. So we're about to get off of here, and no matter what, I want to just encourage people. I want to encourage you to set healthy boundaries for 2019. Healthy boundaries is going to promote your elevation to the next level.
It will.
all across the board, family, business, spiritually, everything across the board. Thank you guys. Are we at our time? Make sure.
I think we out of time.
Yeah, we passed time.
Yeah.
So I thank you guys for tuning in with us. Shop Talk with the Heiress, my famous co-host,
Terrence
Ramsey, owner of Right Brand Clothing. Veronica asks about some shampoo and conditioner. Yes, I can make some recommendations. Hit me in my inbox or call me 813-530-6773. We are located, the shop is located in beautiful Clearwater, Florida. We do all hair. We have our own hair products, and I am a hair loss specialist. I barely say all those things, but we're going to do a whole lot of things in 2019 because I'm learning to say no. I'm saying yes to my dreams and saying no to the bull crap. I'm saying yes to my purpose and saying no to all the distractions. So we want you to say yes to no. Know that you're valuable. Know that you have a purpose and stand on that purpose and have confidence and boldness. I bind up low self-esteem in the name of Jesus. Have a good night. And again, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
I don't know what our topic is going to be yet.
You figure that out. On a side note,
send us some topics if it's something that y'all want us to talk about.
You do that.
Yeah, we can talk about that. And I know he want to go ahead and do it. Shout out your business. Go ahead and tell him.
I actually was not about to sign up.
Okay.
I actually want to say God tells people no all the time. So.
Oh, and he does.
He tells people no all the time. So don't feel bad. God has boundaries with us and stuff like that. So just take it like that's something. This is something that you should keep in mind, food for thought.
And you're right, because God said no to me a lot, and some of those no's was very good for me. Yeah. Listen, and they say that when God says no, He's really just saying yes to something else, something better.
Something better.
So no is good when there's something better lined up for you. 2019, yes to no. Have a good night, y'all. Love y'all.
Right Brand Clothing. We'll see you later. Got a pre-order sale going on.
What pre-order sale?
We got a pre-order sale going on.
Okay.
For the next production, you go to www.ripebrandclothing.com. We got our amazing CEO promotion, Mr. Dante Joe. It's $19 for all the shirts and all the sizes. So you got the rose pineapple, the blooming pineapple, the Caribbean-based rhythm, the green link vinaigrated, and the red Spanish white. These things are going to be so amazing when they get here, and one of the shirts are featured in GQ Britain. So you might want to get one of those shirts before they sell out. We are just about halfway sold out, so go ahead and get yours ASAP.
I got my shirt, but he ain't asked me to be a model, y'all.
Look, you gonna be a model, man. Look,
he asked me to be a model. He asked me to be a model, y'all. He asked me to be a model.
You want to be a model? We're gonna ask you on the live feed. You want to be a model?
I gotta think about it. Y'all.
Now you want to think about it.
I gotta think about it because my feelings is already hurt. But anyway, I may say no, but I might say yes. Just depends. Anyway, y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace out.
Peace.